Okay, there we go. Yes, so welcome to Evolve, the vision planning workshop for 2021. Who all has been seeing so many posts about 2021 and planning and whatnot? It's kind of annoying, huh? It's like, oh God, let's get on with it. So I think today will be really nice for you to systematically put things onto paper and have a good idea of where you're going. So I suggest for you to get some paper and a pen and make sure you have like a lot of room. Make sure you have a few pages because we're going to get kind of in detail with things today. And I think it's going to be just really powerful for you moving forward into the new year. And since it's already, January 5th. So for all of you who are going to be tuning in later and listening to this recording, I am Jenny Griffith. I am an holistic health coach, Ayurveda inspired woman, and so much more is ingrained within me to share in the world. And I was feeling called to do this because I have never done anything like this before. And I felt like as we have all these big visions and we're feeling like reinventing ourselves this 2021, that's probably very strong within you, I would hope. You're not going to do anything if you don't have a plan. And so today you're going to get a plan that's solid. That's like, oh, wow. And I think it'll be really motivating for you and help you have a lot of clarity with what to do. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not really sure where I want to go. So any feelings of confusion, stuckness, lost, or just needing a kick in the ass, this workshop's going to help you with that in many different areas of your life. And I know all of you personally. And so I know what all of you are working on, and I'm just totally here for you to allow you to move through that. So I would love if we could do a short introduction to those of you who are on, and those who are going to be listening in. You can just write this down, but I'd love to just do a little icebreaker. I think Jill and David know each other. You've been in some of the same rooms. Yeah, I'd love to do a little icebreaker and just go around and share, what your name is and why you're here. So let's start with Eric.
Hey everybody, it's Eric. I'm a new member of Jenny's Ayurvedic Life Mastery group. So I'm really excited about that. In fact, today I had my first consultation, and I'm here because I'm really looking for figuring out how to get myself unstuck, unblocked, empowered to be able to become the person that I really truly want to be. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot and really setting some structure on my journey, and I enjoy meeting everybody. So hi.
Hello, Eric. Yay. Okay. How about you, David?
Hi, everybody. David. I guess I'm here tonight because I like the word evolve when I saw evolve in the title. So
good. That's good feedback.
I too curious to see what the future brings in the person that I can be or evolve into. Yeah, that's mainly why I'm here. I haven't thought much about 2021, so if there's some ideas, I'm listening.
I think that this will definitely help. And welcome, David. Okay, Jill.
Hey, I'm Jill.
Hello.
Good to see you, David. I saw you in the mushroom workshop. Glad you made the jump. That's awesome. So I'm here I worked with Jenny the past 6 months or so. And I was in a similar stuck place of kind of going through a lot and needing to get going. And I got going. And so today I'm here to keep the ball rolling and to stay in the flow and kind of take what I've started and kind of, yeah, keep the momentum and see what else comes up. So happy to be here. Thanks for offering this. And I think that Petra's trying to get in, so she may pop in too.
Is she having issues getting in? I have like all these people messaging me telling me they can't get in. I'm like, no, come on in. Okay.
Not sure. I didn't have a problem with this with the one that you sent an email. So.
Yeah, no, I have a few people messaging me. If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna take care of that really quick.
I tried it in one link where I needed a passcode, and then I tried another link that didn't require a passcode or a meeting number, I guess.
A meeting ID. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay. Let me just send 2 messages really quick. Is Petra saying something, Jill? Is Petra having a hard time? You're muted.
I am not sure. I'm going to forward her the email. She said maybe it's a user error, but I'm going to forward it to her really quick and see if okay. And see.
Well,
she's saying she can't get in, but I'm on.
Is she saying why?
At me. Anyone else having problems?
Hold on just a second.
I don't know.
Guys.
I didn't have a problem, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Some people are having problems. Just 1 second, please. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. We're working on it. Thank you, guys. Next time I'll have my VA on this call and she'll take care of everything. But sometimes you think you do it right and then you just don't. Okay. This should be. All right. So we've got Sally on. Okay, we've got people logging on Facebook. Hi, everybody. Okay. We're doing it. All right. And we've got admit. Okay. Ooh, I'm so sorry, everyone who's having trouble getting in. I'm trying my best here. All right. Hi, Jenna. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Sorry about that.
All good.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, we were just going around sharing who we are, how we're feeling. Hi, Anjali. She made it.
Here.
Thank you, lady. Woo! Okay, let's go ahead and allow you other ladies to share how you're feeling tonight. We didn't really get far into the session, so just share who you are and why you're here. That's all. And whoever wants to start, Jenna, Anjali, or Petra.
I'm Jenna. I am here because I'm interested in learning more from Miss Jenny here and all of the knowledge that she's acquired. Also redefining and honing in on my intentions and goals for this year. how I'm feeling. I'm feeling pretty distracted and stressed out from my normal job right now, but I'm trying to make time for my purpose and my goals otherwise besides that. So I'm happy to be here, and yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now, but I'm excited for the year.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, Anjali.
Why am I here? Well, not only at the start of the year, but all throughout the year, I will gladly jump on any opportunity to get connected to my vision and work with that and see what else comes up when I am working with it. And yeah, I'm really excited to vision plan today because that's why we're here, right? And I'm definitely also a little bit overwhelmed and rushed. Like I was like so rushed to get on here and just a bit distracted, and I plan to be present for the next 2 hours. But it also was a little stressful getting on, which is annoying. But yeah, you know, it's been a really great day. All is well.
Petra, I'm not sure if you're here or not.
Hello, I'm here. Hi, Jenny. Hello, everyone. I echo Anjali, just kind of rushing around and trying to find some space for myself and finding opportunities to connect, because you're such an inspiration, Jenny, and so are all the other people. So it's always nice to be in a circle, a virtual circle of those that we share similar interests and goals and whatnot. And so yeah, I don't know if I have a vision, just hoping for world peace and happiness and health for everyone. And I'm pregnant, so with our fourth child. And so I think just kind of riding the waves of life of that, and just taking time to just be, and probably do some vision planning when this one comes out after I get some sleep.
Thank you for sharing. All right, everyone. Beautiful. I'm just gonna put you on mute, Petra. Okay, beautiful. All right, awesome. So we have a lot of amazing information that I want to share with you guys today. I'm really excited to just be here with you. I also was feeling a little bit uneasy about this because I did have some problems with everybody logging on, and thankfully I know all you guys and that worked out, but that means that there's probably a lot of other people that aren't being able to log on. But at this point, it is what it is. So let's all just share this medicine together and be able to conjure up some good wisdom. So I am going to share my screen with you guys. Just very okay. Can you guys see this? Beautiful. Okay. So welcome to the Evolve Vision Workshop for 2021. I made this presentation today and I put cute little mushrooms all over everything because you guys know I love mushrooms. So I think mushrooms are always evolving. They're the ones, they're our mycelium family that gets to regenerate our land and our soil and constantly transform us into this vital, healthy, breathing earth that we get to live on. So I felt that the symbol of mycelium and for these fruiting bodies are very pivotal. And I would hope that you can carry these symbols into your year. So welcome to the Evolve Workshop. Please have a notebook. Petra, I know you're in your car, but if you have a notebook, oh, Petra, you can use your phone maybe, but you're going to be getting kind of down and dirty on the paper. So I would love if you could potentially figure that out, or, you know, there you go. Yeah, use the back of your mail. Do what you can do. So welcome to the Evolve Workshop. I already kind of told you who I am, an Ayurvedic practitioner, a holistic health and life coach. We can have all these visions and like, want to, write a book or do whatever it is that we want to do, but it's really nice to have a solid plan. And intention goes where energy flows. Intention goes where energy flows. So when we allocate time each day for the things that we truly desire, we can really get from point A to point B. And if we're staying accountable and attuned with it, we can really find exactly what we're looking for and allow it to come magnetized to us. So I'm gonna, before we get into the first exercise, I want to just explain something to you all very, very quickly, is that New Year's resolutions, they don't work. What works is when we can plan something for a shorter period of time. So I'm going to be doing this workshop 4 times this year: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And we're going to be planning the first quarter of the year. And what we'll do in this workshop is we'll visualize together 2022, and then we'll break down this next year into 4 quadrants. Petra's like, oh my God, I need a notebook. We're going to break down that into 4 quadrants. And then we're going to allow ourselves to see systematically what we need to do in this first quarter to actually get to that. So this can seem very like systems, planning. It can seem like not so woo-woo, right? It's not so spiritual. It's not so woo-woo, but we need systems. The spiritual people need systems. They really do. Like the healers, I don't care what you say, you need systems and you need planning. It works, it helps. If you want to start a business, you need a system. You can meditate all you want and put your good juju out into the ethers, but you need to kind of plan and systemize. It really does work. And when we do it in small increments, it can be extremely powerful. So before we get into all this jammy jam, I want to just allow you to write down 5 things before you put your pen to the paper. Just listen for a moment. I want you to really think about 5 things that are extremely important to you. So this could be health, this could be family, this could be friends. We already did, David, one of my clients on here, we've already done this small exercise, but I would love for everyone to just write down 5 things that are the most important things in your life, because these are really important for us to not get sidetracked. Successful CEOs, high earners, biohackers, all these extremely successful people who actually do big, create big feats, they are really focused and they stay within their most important things in their life. They don't teeter off and go, say yes to a bunch of things that might disperse their energy. They're really focused on these 5 things. So I want you to write these 5 things down. And that's going to be at the top of the paper. And it's important that we stay in the energy of these 5 things, especially when you're just like making decisions on the daily. Is this phone call that I'm answering within my 5 most important things in my life? It's so much bigger than just like planning our vision. Okay, cool. Does everybody have that? Thumbs up. Awesome. Yes. Okay, so now that we have that, and we know that that's called the value clarification exercise, by the way. Now that we have that, that can be a guiding light into the next thing that we need to do before we can get into our vision, which is, what can you let go of to bring the new in? So there's got to be a few things that you're doing right now that probably don't align with maybe these subjects or these 5 important things. And sometimes, you guys, these can be things that you need to let go of that might still feel really good. They might still be like, oh, but I'm comfortable there. I've been doing that for 5 years and I'm just comfortable there. I want you to think about those things that you could potentially let go of that are going to be able to make space for you to bring the new in. And so if there's something that you're thinking about that might be like, oh, but I still kind of like doing that, but you're kind of like, ooh, but if I'm trying to get to the next level of me, that like, do I really need to keep doing that? So if anybody has any, where's the chat? I don't know if I can look at the chat. Oh, there it is. Cool, I can bring in the chat here. If anyone has any comments, please put in the chat. Or if anyone wants to speak about this. Control and expectations. Yeah. Yeah. And it can be so much bigger than Petra, that can be so much bigger than, you know, what your to-do list looks like, right? A to-do list can actually, like a daily plan can actually be a good place to start. If you're thinking about everything that you did yesterday, for instance, going through your day, okay, yeah, that was a good day. Is there something potentially that I did yesterday that might not be something that I want to continue doing? So just think of the list of the let go, and then maybe look at your list and say, ooh, which ones really seems really scary to let go of, or which one seems like that's super easy, totally doable, I can get rid of that. Cut the excuses, overcome the bitterness and regrets of the past, victim mindset. Yeah, victim mindset. Eric and I had a session today that's been a theme, right? Getting rid of that victim mindset, moving forward. Okay. Do you guys like my little stubby mushroom picture guy up here? He's so cute. Okay, is everybody complete on that? They feel like, all right, I can totally get rid of some shit. It doesn't matter if it's January 1st or whatever day of the year is, there's probably something that you can release. Thumbs up if you feel complete on that. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're going to move into the next part of the workshop, which is where our intention goes, energy flows, visualize it. So I'm going to allow everyone to close their eyes if they're willing and able in this place of a Zoom meeting. And we're going to do a short visualization so we can really open up our spectrum and our portal into this quantum vast space of possibility. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, put down technology, anything that you're holding. Maybe if you're multitasking, I'm going to ask you to just allow yourself to be present in this moment in the workshop. And I would love if you can imagine yourself in this big black space place. Feeling as if there's space all around your fingers and your toes, in between your legs, around your arms, around your neck. And you're floating in this vastness of deep possibility. In Ayurveda, we call this the ethers, air, space element. And breathing into the heart, activating the heart, And the heart gets to breathe a little bit when we give it spaciousness, when we float in space. We get to breathe and fully activate. And I want you to visualize yourself in this big black space of endless possibility. I want you to visualize yourself on January 5th, 2022. I think today's January 5th. Yes, January 5th, 2022. And you're just waking up. Your alarm is setting. It's January 5th, 22. Where are you? What kind of house or structure are you in? What does the room look like that you're in? And then what are you doing that morning? Are you starting the day with a certain routine? What activity or early morning adventure are you allowing yourself to do? And imagine yourself actually being in that and doing that thing and feeling the feelings around you, maybe the sand that's on your feet or wherever you are. Allow yourself to feel the temperature on your skin. What are you wearing? I'm not sure what day it would be next year, but depending on the day, what are you doing that day in a year from now? Could be the same thing you're doing now. Could be a totally new career path. Could be dancing at a day gathering. Who knows? It could be anything. But just allow yourself to experience that energy of being that person a year from now. Who are the people that you're around? Who are the people that you're talking to that day? Visualize these conversations. Visualize the state of health that you're in. What is your body feeling like in a year from now? Is it lighter? Is your skin really clear? Is your body toned and flexible? Are you calm and clear and content? And then getting into the work again, what is the work looking like for you that feels like it isn't work? Or what is this way of creating income that you're desiring for yourself that would feel good, that would feel supportive? Imagine yourself doing this. And then moving into your financial area of your life, what does finances look like for you? What would feel good to call in a year from now or within this year from now? And what are you doing with that money? What's the point of the money? The money isn't because you want money. It's because you want to feel a certain way. You want to experience a certain thing. What are the feelings you want to feel because of the money, because of the income? Now bringing forth your family life, your friends. What are those relationships looking like? How are you nurturing those relationships? How are you stepping up in those relationships? If you have a romantic partner or are desiring a romantic partner, what does that area of life look like? Maybe that's just loving yourself. Nourishing this vision of a beloved or not, whatever relationship that comes up for you. Now moving into the category of adventure. What adventures do you desire? Traveling, experiences. And how can you be of service? How can you be of service to others? Whether it's in your work or donating to an organization, what does that look like for you, being of service? What does that feel like for you? And then lastly, your connection to Mother Earth. How do you want to transform into a deeper connection with Mother Earth? What vision does that look like? Maybe gardening, maybe starting a compost. Who knows what level of connection to Mother Earth can you see yourself stepping into? Now, smile and enjoy this big, crazy vision, all these visions that you just conjured up. Smile. Know that it already happened and just let it go. Just let it go. And you can open your eyes. So we just tapped into that, said hello, hi, see you later, gonna go over here now. Beautiful. How does that make you all feel? Is that like, whoa, that's so cool. That's totally in my future. Why am I so stressed out about it? Awesome, Jenna. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I think we cringe on things so tightly, like, oh, I want this business, or I want to, whatever it is you guys are wanting or desiring. It's like, whew, kind of let the grip off and just allow and receive and flow with it. You felt really happy. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, because it's already going down, already happening. And so when we do things like this, it also allows us to, obviously we magnetize it. But I also said, like, there's all the woo woo stuff, right? Which that's kind of woo, but not really. But we also have to take action, right? And so we can visualize and see this beauty unfolding in our future, but we can also really magnetize it by taking a few systematic approaches to it. So we're going to get into that slightly. I'm going to guide you through how we will do that. So grab your pen and paper. We're going to move into the next slide. And there was an extra thing that I added onto that meditation that was Mother Earth alignment that I didn't write here, that it just came to me during the meditation. And I thought that would be nice if everybody could add that on to their categories. So sorry if you guys can't see this. I have a chat. Here we go. Write down your 1 year goals in each category. And you don't have to get too crazy with this, you guys, but health, work, financial, relationships, family, adventure, service. And then if you want to add this on the end, Mother Earth, I don't know what you want to call it, alignment. But I think that's important too, to add her, because we're really deeply connected to her, and we can't just like act like we're running around on top of her without incorporating her into these visions, because we're just so connected, and we have to really be open for that for her too, and see what she's calling in for us. She wants to be included too. So that could be anything from zero waste practices to, however you're living. Think about the way you're living, and is there any way you could, change a few of the like daily things that you're doing that could really benefit Mother Earth. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to just write down your year-long goals. What you would like to achieve by January 5th, 2022. And when you're complete, you can just write complete in the text box, or not, just give me a thumbs up. All right, we are seeing people completing. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, Jenna, you're done. Anna Diaz, done. Cool. Check mark. Anjali, cool. Okay. Awesome. Did everyone get a chance to add the Mother Earth alignment goal at the end? Make sure you've completed that too. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is you're going to want to somehow on your paper, you're going to want to give each one of these categories 4 quadrants, or maybe you just want to write next to each one 1, 2, 3, 4. So each goal needs to have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 segments. So those segments are going to stand for the 4 quarters of the year. So each goal needs to be broken down into 4 segments. And what you'll do with each segment is let's say, I'm just going to bring to light some goal that I'm going to make up here. Let's say that in 1 year from now, I would like to buy a van and build it out inside and travel to Montana. Let's just say that's the goal. So how do we break that into 4 quarters to complete that? Does that mean saving 5K every quarter? Does that mean, I don't know what that means, but think about it. Some of the stuff you might not know, like let's say in quarter 3, you're like, I'm not really sure where I'll be at by then. Just see if you can like visualize where this, like how this goal could be broken down into 4 segments. And then I'm going to give you just some minutes to do that. Let's give you I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do that because that might take a little bit of time. 3 to 5 minutes. How about that? I wish I knew how to have cool like music during these writing periods, but I don't. And just please write in the comment box when you're finished with this. Ooh, a new home, David. I love this. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna go around and share some of these things. I think that's important to voice it. It kind of gets you excited, gets you a little giddy. Difficult to break into quarters. Ooh, but is it? Yeah, because you don't know how much it's gonna cost. Is that what you mean by that, David? Mm.
I guess I put it under financial just because, you know, it costs a lot of money. So yeah, how much it's going to cost. Are you
Mhm.
hearing me?
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, where it's going to be. If it's even possible.
It's totally possible.
But I mean, it's nice to put down as a goal just to see if it happens on January 5th or by January 25th, 22.
And yeah, Jill's like, hell yeah, let's do it. So yeah, a new home, so beautiful. And that's why we do this. That's why we break these down, because it can seem so big. It's like, oh my God, a new home. That's, you know, whatever, $500,000 to $1 million plus, right? And that seems really scary. And that's like, whoa. So that's why we do this, is that we break things down so it seems a little bit manageable. In my Instagram post yesterday, I wrote like, this is how we make things seem less scary. It doesn't seem so like such a big deal to when you break things down smaller. So yeah, I'm interested to hear how you decided to divide that up.
I haven't written anything in there yet.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess I could use the first quarter trying to figure out what city it is in, the home.
That would probably be a good idea. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it might not be San Diego, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Could
Anyway,
be
yeah.
anything.
Figure out the city, find a home, transfer work, and move. Move in January 22.
Yeah, big goal. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Is anyone having trouble with one of their goals and finding it hard to break it down into segments? If that's something for you right now, one of them specifically that you're like, I just can't really figure that out, I would love if you could just speak into it or bring that to the group. I think that we might be able to help you if there is one that seems a little bit daunting or difficult to break into quarters. If everyone's just like, I'm doing great, then.
How about Mother Earth goal being using less plastic? That's difficult to I mean, we should start that right now. That starts now, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of breaking it into quarters, or if anybody has any ideas, less plastic.
Yeah, if anyone has something to share to help David with that.
In a quarterly fashion.
Yeah, I'm adding compost to my list. I feel like I do so many other things, and like I really need to get a compost going.
Mm-hmm.
I have a huge yard and no reason not to like have a proper spot
Yeah,
to not throw away food scraps. Like it's silly.
yeah,
That's first, I think, build the compost, and then like build garden beds.
mm-hmm.
Which is kind of I've got lots of overlapping things, because that's also with my work, and working with my children is kind of overlapping. A lot of this overlaps, actually,
Yeah,
I'm finding. So that's why it's hard for me to break it down, because I'm like, oh, well, that kind of checks a lot of boxes. I'm having a hard time though with relationship. Like, how do I break that down? How do I find some really awesome person
ooh,
in
yeah,
a pandemic and a quarterly basis and wants to help me out? Just to let me know.
yeah. So that one's a little bit different, right? It's like, how do we break down finding the ideal mate, right? That's it's a little bit, that one's, obviously more up in the air, right? But could it be like getting a little creative as to magnetizing certain people around you, or journaling who this ideal mate is, putting it out into the ethers could be a goal of, journaling who your ideal man is, writing letters to him. So it could be something like that. But that one might be only, you don't have to write that for every quarter. It's like every quarter I write 5 letters to my ideal mate. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that, but there's ways to get creative with this. Okay, I'm just like gonna give you guys a little bit of feedback from the Facebook group here. There's 2 groups going on. So Brenda says, it feels like some things are ongoing, researching continuously, implementation when possible. Totally. Clarissa says, David, she says, cutting out plastic in different areas of your home, bathroom, kitchen. This is how I'm currently working on cutting out plastic. So that would be a great, that's a great suggestion. What are the things that you're buying that are plastic? What could you potentially, maybe you want to try shampoo bars, or you want to try, bars of things instead of bottles and containers. Does that give you like some ideas of how you could potentially look at your plastic consumption or plastic?
Totally. I mean, I try to do that now. I do use a shampoo bar now. I guess we've talked about it, like all the prepackaged food, I guess, cutting that out mainly. Yeah, the plastic containers that food comes in. So.
Okay.
But we're working on that together.
Yeah. How about water bottles, plastic water bottles?
Pretty rare for me. Pretty rare. It's hard for me to buy a plastic bottle. Yeah. Difficult.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else need any assistance with their quadrants? Okay. So now we're going to move into the next part of the exercise. You're going to take your first quadrant and you are going to break down each category. And this is what I would do before you do anything. We have 12 weeks is what we have. We have 12 weeks in this first quarter. So make sure that you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That way you know that we have 12 weeks to work on this. So we're forgetting about what we wrote in the other quadrants, but you have 12 weeks. Now you can break your quarter goals into these 12 weeks. So here I have break down the first quarter into key steps and all 12 weeks. Does anyone need clarity on that? Journaling is a great first quarter step. Yeah, totally, Jill. So with finances, this is probably going to be the easiest one. It's like, okay, I'm trying to make whatever amount of money this is in the next year. Or I'm trying to get 3, you know, if you want to have a thriving business by the next year, how many clients do you need? How do you get the client? What do you do that week to get the client? Right? So we're getting smaller and smaller. For Anjali, she's like basically birthing her food prep and baking business. Is that correct? So she needs to get really clear on what she needs to do daily or weekly in these next 12. Well, now we only have almost 11 weeks, right? What does Anjali need to do every week? And so Anjali, if you want some clarity on that, we can talk about that too. If that was part of your vision. Not sure if it is, but. Journaling, yeah. Everybody in the Facebook world, you're doing okay? Thumbs up if you're on Facebook. Woo, okay, cool, yay. And I don't know if any of you have heard of the 12-week work year. This is where I derived this whole system from. It's an incredible book and I highly recommend it. It's called the 12-week work year. Also, Brendan Burchard is another inspiration for this, you know, kind of productivity work. Hi, Clarissa. Thanks for sharing about your suggestion for plastic. And when you're complete, just go ahead and give me a symbol or a complete, or maybe you want to share something in the chat box of what yours is that you're really stoked about, that you just want to like scream from the rooftops, like.
It's difficult to break it down into each week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to really look at it.
Yeah, so if it's too hard to break it down into each week, you can sector the 4 weeks, right? You can sector the next 4 weeks. You can sector the next 4 weeks. Jill's a deep thought. I'm going to speak a little bit while you guys are finishing up about just people in these rooms right now. Jill, I'm so glad that you're here. Jill just finished the ALM program and she's just such a bright light. Lots of transformation in your life. I'm so grateful that you had that wild year, that you had this wild 2020. Everybody have a wild 2020. It's so full of good things too. Wild 2020 with lots of good things. Anjali's about to be finished in February. It's exciting. David's in the midst. Eric just started today. And Clarissa and Brenda and whoever else is on this live on Facebook. I'm so glad you guys are here. So when you're complete with this, you guys just go ahead and leave me a note so we can just make sure we're all on the same pace. I see some people moving around a lot. Totally okay, but just want to check in. If you want to voice something, if you like help with something, that would be also beneficial for the group, I'm sure. Jill, when you speak about your compost, super simple. I just built one in my backyard. I took 4 pieces of wood and took chicken wire and just built it around it and dug them in the hole. And that was that. I don't think it costed me much, but now I have a really nice big fat compost. And I know, yeah, getting somebody to dig those holes and bring the wood is a whole chore, right? But once it's done, it's like, okay, that was it. You don't have to go buy a compost off Amazon or, it's very simple.
I used to have chickens and I would just throw my scraps outside. Like I would just toss them over. And I could totally still do that. Like I saw your compost. Once you build the thing, then you just
then it's
toss
like
it in, and I've got tons of dry leaves to throw in it. So I have no excuse. It's the next thing on my list.
Yeah. It's good to know though. Maybe I should do a class on that. Compost.
I've been dumping my kitchen waste at Whole Foods for about a decade now. I just take it to their
that's awesome.
Their compost bin that they have outside, although that's been closed since the pandemic. But I don't need the compost, but I don't want to throw away the kitchen scraps either. So I've been dropping it in their bin for almost a decade.
That's awesome. That's good. It's like if you live in an apartment complex, that's a great way to do it because you don't have any other options. Eric says, I have general ideas of what I want to accomplish, but what if I don't have any actual goals yet? For me, a lot is up in the air right now, so I don't know what to really put or how I can break it down. Okay, great. Thank you for bringing that to the conversation. So Eric, I'm going to put you on the spot here for a moment, and I'm going to ask you, in general, do you have any goal? What area, when you go back to the categories, health, work, financial, relationship, family, adventure, service, Mother Earth, do you have a vision for yourself? What is your goal? Let's say work. What is your goal for work in the next year?
So looking at it by this time next year, for work, I want to be at this point full-time coaching, and be a practicing, as well as being a practicing healer, shaman, etc. So yeah, that's my vision for that category.
Okay, so you want to be coaching by the next year?
Yes.
Okay, So then you say, what if I don't have any actual goals yet? For me, a lot is up in the air right now. Okay, so that is a
Yeah.
goal, that you want to be a coach. So let's
Yes.
help you break that down. If you wanted to be a coach next year, what do you think you would need to do to do that? Intuitively, what comes up for you?
Um, well, besides like attract people that want to work with me, I suppose. But even before that, maybe learn more about how to be an effective coach. Or is that done at the same time? I don't know.
Okay. So this sounds like the start of a business to me, or whatever you want to call it, soul work. Different steps are needed to birth this. And yes, attracting someone to work with you would be a great addition to this big goal. So potentially one of your goals would be getting a client, right?
Mhm.
Attracting someone to coach. And then maybe that's just, maybe it's, I want to attract 4 clients. A lot of times with being an entrepreneur, a big part of it is just like putting it out there and not really know how you're going to do it. You just do it, and then somebody signs up, and or somebody buys your meal plan or whatever it is, and then you're like, oh shit, now I got to like do this. So remember that a big part of these goals and visions is risk, taking risk and doing the big thing kind of first, and then allowing all the other stuff to fall in place. So how would you attract a client, do you think? A lot of different ways to do that. This could be powerful for Anjali too. Everybody on the call, really, whoever's in business. Jill
I think
birthed her business this year, and she can tell you how we attracted her clients. And she used her own unique way to do this.
Can I share?
Yeah, share how you did it.
Because I hear you, Eric, and I was like months into working with Jenny, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I just had this idea. And it started with, I work with children, and we're in a pandemic, and I'm at work. And so I was like, I just gonna go to the park and say, I put it on Nextdoor. Like, are there neighbors with children that want to meet in person? I do these things, like I can do a circle. And it was this very much like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this thing. And I had one person come for all of September. And then in October, I had 2 people come. And now I've moved it from the park to my home, and I have 6 people that pay me months at a time to come for what I have to offer. So like, I hear you, and coaching isn't on my list of things, but I now see people like just doing their thing. And now I can see, like, you can't give unsolicited advice to people that aren't ready to do that, but I see it in people now, just having been through that process myself. So I'm excited for you. But it takes a simple, like, hey, this is what I'm good at, and just the one person, and then that person kind of defines, like, okay, strengthens you until you can take on more people. And then even now I'm like, okay, I'm going to add this to my program, and then I have to add it. So I just say that I'm going to do these things. I have these ideas of things that I want to add to it, and then once you email it that you're going to do it, you got to do it. And then it
Yeah.
grows. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm thinking of different ways to add to that. But so anyways, thanks for letting me share. It can be so simple.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jill. Yeah. And Jill was so creative. She was like, let me get on Nextdoor and see about it. And Nextdoor is actually a great way. If you live around, people are more likely to do business with you if you post it. You know, you're making desserts and meal prepping, you know, who knows, Anjali, you could get all the Cardiff is very tight knit. That could be a really good portal for you. So, you know, obviously, Eric, we'll work more on all of that, but this is just kind of getting you in this mindset of like, what are small steps I could take? Does it mean like, you know, starting a website? It doesn't, you know, it's just like little things that you could start that get the energy flowing and you start magnetizing the thing to you. It's like, again, I'm going to say this quote. It's up here. Where'd it go? Ah. Where our intention goes, energy flows. So when we think about becoming a coach, that sounds like we would like to start our passion project or business, whatever you want to call it. So what does that look like? What actions need to be taken in order to actually make money and get a client and like be this shaman medicine man that you're talking about, that you are a healer, Reiki certified man and more. You have everything within you to guide and help people, and believing that is another part of it too. So okay, so okay, I want to read from the other chat here just real quick. We have Clarissa says, learning more plants, mushrooms to forage, finding places to forage them, continue on my plastic-free journey, practice grounding more, practice my wood carving more, walking outside barefoot at least on a weekly basis. Cool. I love your goals, Clarissa. Those are so beautiful. Yeah, making wood carving. So cool. Okay. Awesome, you guys. So, Anjali, do you need any help here? Are you good? You feel clear? You have any ideas you want to throw at us?
I mean, I feel good and clear. I also feel like there's no way I'm going to finish this right now. So I'm writing down what's coming to me right now. And
Okay.
there's a lot more that I know will continue to come. So I'm going to take the time to spend more time on this.
Yeah.
I'm not on the Zoom with everybody because
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the workshop's 2 hours long, because it can be a lot of writing.
Yeah.
So,
But this is great. This is really great. And
cool.
thank you, Jill. The Nextdoor thing, like I don't ever think of that.
Mhm.
And literally today, yesterday, I was like, I want to set up a table on my street and sell my banana bread, like old school lemonade stand. That was like me as a kid. And I'm like, why don't I just do that?
Old school lemonade stand.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't have like a food license. Like, can I get caught for that? Or like, are people gonna whatever? And then I'm just like, no, like I'm just gonna be bold and set up a table and sell banana bread. So when you said that, and I have this idea for creating little like assorted chocolates for Valentine's Day, like that sort of thing.
Oh.
Oh, nice, Jill. Yeah. And as soon as you said the Nextdoor, I was just like, oh my God. I could sell the chocolates on Nextdoor. I could sell the banana bread on Nextdoor, or even be like banana bread for sale outside my house on this street, because it's such a neighborhood app. But the Nextdoor app hasn't crossed my mind at all in all of my business planning. So thank you, Jill. Thank you. Thank you.
And another way to not market yourself on social media, if you're not that kind of person, you know, if you want to like not have to be on those social platforms. I mean, Nextdoor is a social platform, but it's also just it's close by a business, you know, it's neighborly business. It's good. It's homey connections, right? It's home, like homebody connections. Beautiful. One of the gals Brenda says that she needs more time to work on this. And Clarissa says, thank you for the next door idea. I was happy to hear that as well. So, you know, communicating on 2 different platforms right now. Okay, so I want to move into the next part of the workshop, which a lot of you know these things already, but I just want to say first, before I move into the next slide, that I love you guys and that everything that you just wrote down is yours and is going to happen. And I believe in you. And I would love if you could believe in yourself too. And so I just want to kind of power boost this up with none of this really matters if we don't take care of our bodies and our minds, right? So I just conjured up, I think I wrote down 6 things in this next slide of ways to really give yourself some good productivity, some good juju for your visions that you just wrote out. Optimal performance hacks. So I want to just speak a little bit to these things for you. So my first one is caffeine ? And I would love if you could just take a look. I think I know everybody on the call right now. I'm not sure about Clarissa and Brenda because they are not my clients. But everyone I know on the call here in the Zoom room is pretty good with caffeine right now. And so I wrote a whole blog on this yesterday, but we need to be really mindful with this substance. It can either be a killer or a great activator, but caffeine is something that I believe if we get on this roller coaster of caffeine addiction, it will not be, it is not the best substance to add to optimal performance. Brenda, she doesn't do caffeine. Yeah. So caffeine can be medicine at some points in our life, but whenever we're using caffeine to band-aid our symptoms of tiredness, fatigue, when we really should be resting, that's going to get us into a vicious cycle and suppress a lot of things in our body. So when we decide to take a day off of caffeine, we're super tired, we sleep all day. My clients who are already my people who are already my clients, we've talked about this and gone through the cleansing process with this, but I highly recommend, if you would love to smash your goals right now, to tap into your vital energy source. And truly, you have this beautiful pranic flow, this pranic chi flow within you that is ready and willing to be vibrant and abundant. And we can tap into that when we stay on a clean herbal route. So just something to think about. Caffeine ? The next thing I want to move into can be dependent per your dosha, but abhyanga and dry brushing. So dry brushing is great for anyone with high kapha. Clarissa and Brenda, I'm not sure about you guys. Dry brushing, David, we're on the dry brushing train. Have we talked about dry brushing yet? No. So dry brushing, you can get this brush. You can buy it. It's from Yerba Santa. It's beautiful. It's an amazing long brush and it actually disconnects, but it's not a brush that you would want to bring in the shower with you. So dry brushing activates all the prana and the chi in it. It's almost like when I do it, I'm like zing. It literally feels like I've got zinged in the morning. I meditate and then I do my dry brushing, and you go down the arm in little circles, down the arm, down the front, down the back, down the butt, down the legs, and it's super activating. It's a great way to start the day. So I highly recommend dry brushing. If you're more on the Vata side, which we would figure out in an Ayurvedic consultation, we would give you Abhyanga technique. So Abhyanga, we use medicated oils to moisturize the body, lubricate, and we enhance circulation. The whole point is increasing circulation, bringing energy from the heart out to the extremities. So Abhyanga, dry brushing, optimal performance health hacks. Cordyceps. Cordyceps is the ultimate energy mushroom. It's great for stamina, endurance, energy. So I highly recommend this if you're training for training for something, whatever it is you're doing, high performance training. Cordyceps is extremely powerful. Cordyceps is the mushroom that grows out of dead bugs. If you guys have ever seen that like photo of a dead bug that's like on its belly, and then there's like this giant mushroom growing out the center of it, that's cordyceps. And this is one, it's definitely the most expensive one, and you can't normally find the actual, there's something in America we call cordyceps 4, which is kind of like a different version of it. If you tried to get real cordyceps from China, it's going to be really expensive. So we have kind of a downgraded version of it, but it still works. So cordyceps is great for energy and feeling productive. And I just love all that Mother Earth has to offer with these, adaptogens and energy boosting mushrooms. The next thing is lion's mane. Of course, I highly recommend getting on lion's mane. Where do you get them? There's a brand called Real Mushrooms that I recommend. And Mueller's mushrooms, Brenda. I can tell you that after the presentation. Lion's mane, amazing for cognitive functioning. Jill's on it. David's on it. Eric, you're on lion's mane. Anjali's probably on all of them. She's doing all of them. And yeah, so we've got the whole mushroom party here for the optimum health performance hacks here. Lion's mane is great for memory. So if you're feeling really foggy, the lion's mane is wonderful. If you're feeling like you're just kind of unclear, need a little zip in the mind, lion's mane can be great. The next thing is grounding, super powerful. Just take your shoes off and go walk around. Clarissa already called it. Clarissa's trying to bring more grounding in her life. We should all be grounding. Take your shoes off, go walk in the soil. It's so powerful. Your feet are like a battery. The earth is like a battery. So when you step bare skin onto the ground, you're actually, you know what this does? The best thing that this does is it reduces inflammation in the body. Look up inflammation and grounding. It's very powerful. So if you have any people that you're working with or know people that have inflammation issues, grounding is huge. Take your socks off and just go start walking in the soil or on the beach. Yes, Brenda. Yeah, everybody's on the mushroom train. I love this. Okay, the last thing, well, there are kind of two things, is the 10 and 2 method. Has anybody ever heard of this 10 and 2 method? So 10 and 2 is 10 minutes of work, 2 minutes break. 10 minutes of work, 2 minutes break. So you put your time, you just like have a saved minute like alarm thing, 10 and 2, and you just go through it all day. You 10 minutes on, 10 minutes of work is not that much. It actually is super productive. So 10 minutes of working, 2 minute break, whether that means standing up, moving your arms in that 2 minutes, drinking some green juice. Sorry, you guys, if you're hearing things. Multitasking, question mark. Again, that's kind of bushed with caffeine. Multitasking is not productive, but we're like forced to do it. It sucks. It's like life is built for like multitasking, but it doesn't actually work. So I highly recommend you not multitask. However much brain power it takes you to not use your phone and drive, that's the simplicity of it. So multitasking is not going to help you in accomplishing your beautiful evolving vision that we just created together. So, my friends, I need to share with you the end of my presentation, which is Evolve Life Mastery, Ayurvedic Life Mastery, whatever we want to call it, and what that is exactly. So obviously I'm starting a program on January 18th. It's going to be 6 months long. It is going to involve one Ayurvedic consultation for each client, a 28-day Ayurvedic evolutionary cleanse, 5-month group coaching container with weekly 90-minute calls, bonus speakers and digital products, and an in-person day retreat in San Diego. So I want to put it out there to you all that this is happening again. And it's a little bit changed this time because I'm still focusing heavily on Ayurveda, but only for the first part. After the Ayurvedic cleanse, we're going to be learning about nutrition, herbalism, and mushrooms. And then we're going to be focusing on stuff that we were talking about today. So we're going to be going through each of the categories of life and getting further along with our goals. So whatever it is you were talking about today or writing down, that's what we're going to hone in on and work in a group container with. So it's not so much, it is about health, very much so about health, but only for about the first 2 months, we'll be really tapping into cleansing and doing herbalism and whatnot and Ayurvedic nutrition. Then we're going to be really doing supportive group coaching on getting shit done. Because I think that it's powerful to be in a group container. Even tonight, we've got some good ideas already, feeling the flow, feeling clarity. And I want to support you guys with that. So I have just a few benefits here. I mean, there's so much more than this. I can't possibly write down all the benefits, but feel lighter in your body, more energy, supportive and loving container to step into your dream vision, stay accountable with guidance and friends. So those are just a few of the things, but it is starting the 18th, and Brenda and Clarissa, I've already talked to Clarissa about it, but it is ready to roll. So if anyone is willing and wanting to jump in and do this work, I am open to have a conversation with you. I will go ahead and I can't really do it right now while I'm sharing screen, but after this, after I take the presentation off, I'll put a call. I'll just book a call, or you can contact me directly. Just send me a message and we can have a phone call to see if it makes sense for you. What else do I want to say before we end our session today? If you're feeling like now's not the right time to do this program, I'm going to tell you why it is a good time to do this program. Because there's no better time. There's no other time to really take care of your health and clean out your nooks and crannies with a 28-day cleanse and learn about ways to take care of your body through different plant medicines and Ayurvedic nutrition and so much more. And then actually allow your idea or whatever it is you're focusing on to birth. This is the time. This is the time to allow this to come to the surface for you and to just smash it, whatever it is that you're working on. So I would say that if you're thinking now is not the time, I'm going to tell you that it is the time. And then if you're thinking this investment might not be the investment you're looking to spend right now, I'm going to let you know that it is a very powerful, beautiful investment for yourself, that if you don't invest in something like this, you could just be in the same place that you are in a year from now. So if you're interested in learning about the investment and joining us for the program, I'm all ears and ready to have a conversation with you. Tons of results. We've got clients on the phone who've already been through the program. Jill has already done the program. So glad you're back for more. She had an amazing 6 months. Anjali's almost there. So, and then we've got 2 people in the midst of it right now. So very excited. And I am very confident, very proud of this program. And I know, absolutely know that it will change your life. So ready for you, wherever you are, everyone that joined in today. And I would love if anyone wants to share anything, have any questions. We have a little bit of time left. So if you have any questions or want to talk about anything that came up today, I'm all ears. Clarity around any of the things that you wrote down. We're feeling good. We're feeling silent. We're feeling clear. We're feeling happy. Okay.
I just wanted to say, because you were saying like there's, even if it feels like it's not the right time, it's the right time. Like I was mid muck divorce mess when I said yes to Jenny, and stuck and feeling funky. And I'm very kapha, and I find myself in winter when it's cold, I'm like a lizard. When it's cold, I like move slow, having more energy than I've had in a long time. And I feel like my metabolism like totally jump started. Like it's still kicking, even with like the ebb and flow of holidays and whatnot. And super stoked. So I just wanted to like stamp that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
If you
so
have
much.
any doubt, and even now, like I'm just getting the ball rolling. I'm just thinking of more and more ideas. So this has been great. Thank you for offering it. Good to see you all.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate that. Okay. Harder to motivate myself in the winter. Okay. I think we're clear on everybody. Beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining. I just want to say a short prayer before everybody logs off. For everyone, if you just want to sit for a moment and close your eyes. Dear God, higher source, Lakshmi, Ganesha, all the Vedic sages, all of our herbal allies, mushrooms, tropical trees, succulents, tomatoes, kale plants in the garden, and all the weeds that grow in between all the nooks and crannies in the sidewalk. Thank you for being there for us. Thank you, Mother Earth, for allowing us to plant our seeds tonight on this call. May each and every one of us in this session tonight allow our visions to bloom and blossom out of the muck, starting in that muck, opening up like a beautiful lotus flower. Allow us to bring discipline and motivation and love, most of all, love into each and every one of our visions tonight on this call. May we serve each of these visions with service to others. Allow each of these goals to allow us to impact other people on the planet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to you all tonight for showing up. Peace to me. Peace to you. Peace to all the plants and the animals on this badass world. And have a beautiful evening, friends. Thank you. Wishing you so much luck in everything that you do.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yes. Ciao, everyone. Let me know
Thank you,
how everything's
everybody.
going. We'll talk later.
Thank you.
Woo.